uh, interact, I'm sure, on many more occasions. So today, across, maybe the services today, we are interacting, primarily reaching out so that we highlight, this transformational new program that has been introduced, that is the Agnipath scheme for induction of men and women into the services. And I will probably just give you a little highlight, much of which you all would have seen yesterday on the various video bites, etc., or even in the press conference as it came live. And from there, we will take questions so that we understand what are the thoughts, and we will give you our perspective on those questions. So the Agnipath scheme, an extremely transformational, it's a bold step, and I think it sets a long-term vision for the services. There were certain key aspects which have been taken into consideration when developing the scheme itself, so that it has long-term benefits, not just for the services but for the nation. And I think that is the paradigm in which we should all look at it. Like I said, transformational. And why transformational? Because it is looking at harnessing the youth of the nation. As was brought out yesterday, that the aim would be to help reduce the overall age bracket of the services. The more youthful profile, more energy, dynamic, eager to learn. That's what sets the young generation apart. All of them are extremely techno-savvy, which is the nature of modern warfare. So they come with a certain amount of technological background, and then we further enhance it when they interact and they train in the services. Imbibe a strong military discipline. But larger, when I say military discipline, it is just a core sense of discipline. I think the Air Chief said it yesterday very well when he spoke about management of time, a sense of loyalty to an organization, an upright citizen in every sense of the word. So I think this is something that we will have across, as these young men and women join us. This will thereafter help them go back, and it will further enrich society, because they will carry these values back into society as they move forward. If I would just talk about the scheme, what would be the larger benefits? I think it gives them a sense of adventure. It gives them a sense of focus of doing something for the nation. And it comes with a certain benefit. At the end of this 4-year tenure, they would get a certain lump sum capital amount, which would help them plan and execute a future life. And that could be opting out to continue in the services. It could be lateral absorption into various government schemes, or thereafter into the corporate. So the opportunities, as we see it, are immense, and it would help them move from a 4-year tenure with the services into a wide spectrum of opportunity. I think one of the biggest strengths of this scheme is that it has been debated for a long time. It has done a scan of various models being followed across the world. And this was also highlighted by the service chiefs yesterday, as well as the defense minister. And we have modeled it to suit India, and I think that is important. So a scheme like this, when it is, comes out, I think it helps the youth kind of identify with it, and thereafter embrace it, and later take that same whatever they gain with the services out into society or future into the services. So this, in a nutshell, is what we thought as an introduction, and I think from here we could take questions from each one of you, and that will actually further open up the box and clarify things as you all doubts you all have, etc.
What's maybe the expectation from Goa populace with regards to this? Like any appeal is there?
To my mind, I think the youth of Goa are certainly one of the areas in which we have to tap. You all are aware that during the Navy Week we interact with a lot of schools, we go and have lectures on the services, and I think this is something we will now continue to do. We will bring this, we will explain this news to the youth of Goa, and on an immediate basis, so that they understand, because as you are aware that there is a 90-day rollout, so we will actually talk to some of the key educational institutions, especially when we address the age group of 17 to so as we reach out to schools, some of the ITIs, technical institutes here, etc., so that they understand, because sometimes what happens is when you are busy, you may not necessarily have followed what is happening, but it's important to give them an understanding of the opportunity which they have. So to our mind, Goa has a long association with the services. You're aware that the Army has got a very large training institution here, the Navy, our largest base, and there's so much of naval activity which emanates from Goa. So obviously, to my mind, it's one of our key areas, and we have to do it.
So why do you feel that why people or youth from Goa are not taking up this thing, defense field as a career? Why don't they choose? What is the reason as per your?
So this is not really directly related to this particular topic. To my mind, maybe we can discuss this certainly, but what I would say is that I think they certainly sense the opportunity, and this is something that we have to continue to. See, obviously, each one has his own choice and vision of what he does. With this opportunity, we have to harness them so that they see a future, because like I just gave you the benefits of the scheme, I think that is something that they would find attractive, and we must help them understand.
This scheme is somewhere somehow like equivalent to that slot service scheme, or somewhere same like that, not commissioned, non-commissioned, but somewhere related similar, like training and benefits.
In a nutshell, yes, the Agnipath scheme is primarily, but I would say it's a little different, for the simple reason, when it finally is, rolled out completely and it realizes its full vision, it is going to take in a larger number. It is going to throw opportunity to a lot more. It will give them basic military training. It will enhance their skill set and allow percentage of that to go back into the society. And those who volunteer to continue will continue.
So in short term, how will you describe Agnipath scheme as? एक छोटे से वाक्य में अगर आप बताना चाहते हो?
I think it's an excellent scheme for nation building and provide the youth of today an opportunity to enhance their skill set, focus, and give them an opportunity for the future.
Any target set by Navy? Any target like कितना तक आप लोग reach out करोगे?
Sir, so the plan we have is this year itself, 2022, we will be taking in approximately 3,000 candidates from all over country. In Goa, over next 1 month, we will be visiting schools and reaching out to schools, explaining this to our children, and let's see how we can improve.
And this is graduation only after graduation based courses or
No.
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 17 years
Age
gap.
group. Between 10th and 12th. So we are going to take a certain percentage after 12 and a few after 10.
And after joining this your scheme, is it possible like getting benefits in going to MD or something like that? CDS.
CDS.
The
For that you have to-
CDS exam.
CDS exam.
CDS exam.
Will it be beneficiary for these students?
If we
If you are qualified with this, you are outstanding on this thing, will you get benefits for the CDS examinations, something like that?
in the sense you will already have a grounding in the military training. So I think once you qualify the exam, depending on your age, you would be able to.
In many cases, the age might not be available at that point in time. So,
CDS will be. So once he does his graduation, because the final plan which is being worked out is that the skill set they develop gives them credits to have their graduation, etc. So all that is being.
so the government is working on it actually.
So what efforts Navy will take to convince people or the local youth, because most of the time there is a stereotypical notion that there will be some danger to their life if they take up some defense related fields and all. So many things are happening all around the world, like wars, skirmishes happening in between two nations and also how what steps Navy will take to convince the government.
So when you join the service, at whatever age, your essence is that you join with the aim of serving your nation. So danger today is so many professions have danger. So I don't think that is the way to look at it. We have to look at them. We have to motivate them with the aim that what are you going to learn? You're going to be part of an organization which is deep rooted in nation building. It is a service to the country, service to the people, to society at large. The sense of satisfaction you get from that is tremendous. Now, with that, you are getting training on probably some of the most advanced equipment. You will understand technology. Whatever you have come with, you will enhance that knowledge set. And that is something that you can take forward.
Are these Agnipaths trained, cross-trained in all the three services?
No.
Or respective ones?
They are going to be taken in the respective services. So they will join those services and they will.
So we are sitting on about say 14 lakhs strength of our armed forces altogether. Are we looking at doubling it in the next 4 years to about 25 lakhs people? The strength of our...
The numbers are not going to change. So please understand, the Agniveer or the Agnipath scheme which is going to take in the Agniveers is not a scheme to increase the numbers. It is a scheme to broaden the base of intake, give an initial basic military training, technical training for those who come with a technical background in the various disciplines of the services. Between the Army, Navy and Air Force, across the disciplines, they will be trained, they will be employed with the other service personnel, and during that period, as they enhance their skill set, at the end of it, they have a choice to make as to whether they want to re-enlist or whether they would like to move into other.
Similar to a lot of countries which has got compulsory military training for a year or two.
Correct. So the difference is the Agniveer scheme is not a compulsory scheme; it's voluntary.
That's a very different.
सर इसका जागृति अवेयरनेस मतलब लोग पार्टिसिपेट हुए ज्वाइन करने के लिए गोवा में अवेयरनेस प्रोग्राम भी कुछ होगा और किस तरह से होगा?
Just to add on to this question, are you going to tap the NCC route?
So this was actually has also been thought of. The NCC is one of the strength areas. एंड आई नो अ लॉट ऑफ द कॉलेजेस इन गोवा, काफ़ी कॉलेजेस हैं गोवा में जहाँ पे एनसीसी ट्रेनिंग होती है, तो वो एनसीसी यूनिट्स में जाएंगे, वहाँ पे एक्सप्लेन करेंगे 10th स्टैंडर्ड 11th स्टैंडर्ड बच्चों को ब्रीफ करेंगे कि स्कीम के बेनिफिट्स क्या है, उनके भी क्वेश्चंस हों, जैसे कि आप लोगों के क्वेश्चन थे, वहाँ पे भी इतने क्वेश्चन आएंगे। हमारा काम ये रहेगा, हमारा मकसद ये रहेगा कि उनको पूरी तरह एक्सप्लेन करेंगे कि स्कीम के बेनिफिट्स क्या है, इस स्कीम के थ्रू फ्यूचर कैसे आप अपना स्ट्रेंथन कर सकते हैं।
So rightly just explained that you all will be reaching out to Goa and explaining. Now let us come to the basic part of the scheme. What is going to be the recruitment process? How we are going to filter the students? Because there will be, let us say, 10,000 students who want to participate. You cannot take everybody. So what will be the recruitment process?
Okay, so the recruitment process is already laid out, and they will follow the standard recruitment process that is being followed right now for the people who want to join the services. Personnel who want to join, they volunteer, an exam, then there is a physical, then a merit list will be made. So that will be followed. And this was said yesterday at the press conference. It will be completely transparent in the sense, because obviously the numbers are going to be much larger. It will be completely transparent, so that there is absolutely.
So if the Agnivir wants to continue after 4 years, will he be kept in the service or he has to leave it?
Yes, all of them will leave.
Okay, the scheme जो है वो इस तरह से बनाई गई है कि 4 साल बाद कंपल्सरीली सब लोग एक बार छोड़ेंगे, एटलीस्ट ऑन पेपर, लेकिन उसमें से 25% लोग जो हैं based on their merit and them wanting to continue, we will be taking back as a normal sailor or army jawan or a air warrior to continue like a air warrior or sailor continues today.
लेकिन उनका बाद में भविष्य क्या है? वही टाइम पढ़ाई का टाइम रहता है, आप ज्वाइन हो जाएंगे 4 साल के बाद,
तो 15 साल के लिए उसके बाद उसके कंटिन्यू करेंगे जैसे आज की डेट में होता है, एंड फिर उसके बाद उनको सारे बेनिफिट्स मिलेंगे एक सर्विस।
नहीं 25% ही दोगे ना, 75% को तो छोड़ना पड़ेगा।
Okay, so that is something which I said in the beginning. देखिए ये स्कीम कैसे बनाया है, एवरीबडी हु जॉइन, हर जो लड़का ज्वाइन करता है आज एंड फ्यूचर में लड़कियां भी आ जाएंगी, उनको शायद पूरा 15 साल नहीं रहना है सर्विस में, पर उनको थोड़ा मिलिट्री सर्विस का थोड़ा एक्सपीरियंस चाहिए, थोड़ा once they understand what it is, they have a sense of duty to the country. So these 4 years will help them make up their mind. इसमें जो स्किल सेट दिया जाएगा आपको, वो स्किल सेट के साथ कुछ क्रेडिट्स दिया जाएंगे which is being worked out. They will be able to do follow-on degree courses. Part of the scheme is the Seva Nidhi scheme, which means at the end of it you will get a lump sum amount that will help you for your future education. Thereafter, आपने आज देखा होगा कि होम मिनिस्टर का ट्वीट ऑलरेडी आ गया है this morning that for Central Armed Police Forces as well as Assam Rifles, वहाँ पे प्राथमिकता दे देंगे अग्निवीर को. So there is going to be, और कल ऑनरेबल रक्षा मंत्री ने भी ये बोला था कि अक्रॉस मिनिस्ट्रीज आने वाले दिनों में हम देखेंगे कि क्या क्या स्कीम्स रोल आउट हो जाएंगे अग्निवीर को लेने के लिए. सो दे आर गोइंग टू गिव अपॉर्चुनिटी. सो इट इज नॉट, आई डोंट थिंक वी शुड लुक एट कि वो कहाँ रहेंगे, क्योंकि 21 साल में ही विल कम विद कैपिटल, ही विल हैव द एबिलिटी टू फिनिश हिज डिग्री, parallelly move for a post graduation, all those opportunities.
I will add on to this. These trained men or women are there available in the corporate world also. For obviously the corporate world will also like to absorb them in some other manner. That is also will be the flip side of it. The corporate sector will now automatically brace up for this situation, and accordingly these people will be absorbed in the house.
When is the likely to absorb the first batch?
passing out the one that.
As of yesterday's order, within 90 days, the recruitment advertisement has to go. उसके बाद वो process
180 days you will filter.
and within 180 days the first batch has to do. So it is a time bomb. ये नहीं कि कल announce हुआ है and we will wait. It is being not time bomb manner. Everybody is working to make sure.
So this recruitment in Goa will be conducted only for Goans or it will be from neighboring states also, because most of the time they still like people from Maharashtra or Karnataka come and they cannot use this.
So I understand your point, but see, this is an all India. The aim is to have an all India recruitment. So for any central scheme, we cannot, have restrictions
This
to.
carnival will there be a,
See, there will be
there
recruitment
carnival?
schemes across the country.
Across the-
They will be across the country, which is being done even today. So the same will continue.
But is there any percentage kept for Goa people, sir? Minimum we have to take from Goa this much and
So those details are not there, but see, let me tell you, the ideal vision is कि length और breadth of the country से, यानी कि चारों कोने से लड़के और लड़कियां भर्ती हो जाए. That is the vision. So we have to now reach out to everybody, and I'm sure, you will find people from all corners of the country who will make the merit. I cannot imagine that it can only be to one side. If somebody wants, I think they will be able to join.
So these people, Agnipath, can in future can try for commissioning and all that.
Like immediate case.
It will be open for them, like any other normal.
They clear their UPSC exam and go for the interview. They get selected. They will be better prepared for the interview. I guess.
He is already preparing for those 4 years. He will be preparing actually.
And he's at about
They
21.
will be serving in the test area also, or piece में रहेंगे.
All across. The
कहीं
aim
पे
is that they will be employed across, like कल हमारे Navy Chief ने बोला है कि they will be on our frontline platforms on ships. There were some questions we said, but the training is limited. They will be guided by seniors who have got experience. They will be, mentored by the seniors who have already got experience at sea. Help train them, help them get an understanding of what their responsibilities are. So I would say, while they get employed, over these 4 years, they are going to be learning constantly.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
सर आप लोग अगर फिर से नाम बताइए क्योंकि आई वाज लेट. आप तो होगा सर.
Admiral Vikram Menon is the Flag Officer commanding Goa area. I am Commodore Ashish Goyal. I am Naval Officer in charge Goa.
And I'm Commodore Gupta, VK Gupta, CSO, LANP.
He looks after the logistics, personnel and administrative aspects of the area.
वीके गुप्ता जी ना.
Yeah, VK.
And we have Lieutenant Commander Amit Bhardwaj, who is our PRO.
So you are all used to Commander Rajesh.
He is moving on transfer.
Commander Rajesh is going on transfer. Amit is going to be interacting, and we will have also Commander
HR